What's up, guys? Ricky with you here today on day 16. We're over halfway through the month of March, halfway through the month of faithfulness. Actually, just a few weeks away from Easter, which is kind of crazy to think about. But I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great time wherever you are. I am reading today's devotional from Luke chapter 16, verse 10. So if you would join me, and this is Jesus speaking. He says this: "If you are faithful in little things, you'll be faithful in large ones. But if you are dishonest in little things, you won't be honest with greater responsibilities." In many of Jesus' parables, he alluded to the importance of discipline and consistency in the small things. Jesus understood that how we approach matters that seem trivial or of little consequence reveals a great deal about our character and our faithfulness. I'm going to read that again because that's really, really, really important. Jesus understood that how we approach matters that seem trivial or of little consequence reveals a great deal about our character and our faithfulness. Being faithful in the little things, things like being a person of your word, completing things you start, being a dependable worker or employee, treating people with fairness and kindness, is a hallmark of someone who is faithful and ready to receive even more from God. There's a great reward for those who are faithful with what God has given them, but someone who is not faithful in the little things should not expect to have greater opportunities or responsibilities. Now, as many of you know, I'm a pastor, and the truth is, I could preach sermon after sermon after sermon after sermon on this devotional. So it's going to be difficult for me to keep it short, but I'll do my best, okay? Here's why this is so important. When you think about all of the people that you look up to, or many of the people that you look up to in the Old Testament specifically, people like Abraham, people like Moses, people like David, these were all people like Joshua, these were all people who were just doing their job. They were just doing the normal thing. David was just shepherding. Joshua was just a spy. He went out into the land to do what he was asked to do. Moses was out caring for sheep, his father-in-law's sheep. Abraham was just out in the middle of nowhere, and then God told him and gave him this vision: get up and go. These were people who were faithful in what seemed trivial, faithful in just being out with the flock, faithful in just doing their job, faithful in being a person of upright and stand-up character. And because they were faithful in the little things, they were given great reward in the big things. Now, one of my personal pet peeves in all things, but especially in the Christian life, are people who want greater platforms or greater opportunities or greater responsibilities, but they're not faithful in the little things. And the reason why it's a pet peeve is because Jesus was so explicit about it. And I realized even in my own life, it's easy for me to want something more, but if I'm not faithful with what God has placed in my hand, why would God entrust me with more? And the same is true for you as well. So today's devotional, I just want to encourage you. As I said, I could talk about this for hours on end, but I think you get the point. When you're faithful in the little things, when you're faithful in the things that seem trivial, whether that's parenting, whether that's your job, whether that's your marriage, whether that's your friendships, whether that's in how you treat people through the drive-through, or how you treat that server at the restaurant, the kindness and the grace, or how you treat people, let's get specific and real, how you treat people of a different political viewpoint on social media, okay? How you treat people and how you do these small and what seems like trivial is going to be the determining factor in what God blesses you or blesses you with in the greater, more faithful areas of life. So I hope this challenges you, and I hope it invigorates you and makes your spirit want to say, I want to be faithful in the little things in my life as well. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys back here for day number 17.